We're on the trail of one of Richmond's greatest legends, the mystery of the Lost City. Here, deep in the woods, 5 miles east of Richmond International Airport, the Elko Tract, currently home to a microchip manufacturing plant, and not much else. Generations of Richmonders have been fascinated by the strange tale of a secret city that had streets, a sewer system, a water tower, streetlights, and even road signs. A city, a colony, that was never built.
So I figured it would be a good thing to go out and check it out myself.
Amy Faulkner, who now lives in Seattle, is one of several bloggers to write about visits to the Lost City.
The existing curbs and sidewalks and fire hydrants that you could see were a little bit eerie.
There are many theories as to why it became lost.
People talking about they were keeping aliens there in the research that I did, and that it was a bunker for the president, and like the stories were all over the place.
The shadowy roots of the mystery stretch back to 1942, the height of World War II, when the site was used to build a decoy airfield. Back then, the Richmond airport had become an Army air base. They didn't want it attacked by Axis bombers.
A dummy airport was, in case we were attacked, they would strike at the dummy decoy airport first.
Charles Capitan was a key part of the Army's 936 Camouflage Battalion that built the decoy airfield. They had some heavy equipment to plow the runways.
Well, mostly shovels and chainsaws.
They had to use materials they found on site.
Trees, leaves, fabric, material, soil, different colors.
Many of the fake structures, even a large rock, were designed to hide soldiers in case of a paratroop attack.
You pull a string and everything collapses. Machine gun nest in there.
They built the fake airport as ruggedly as they could.
I don't know whether any part of the decoy airport is still there or not. Might be.
After the war, the military gave the land back to the state, and thus began an ambitious $4 million plan to build a self-contained colony right here.
This vast proposed colony was for blacks with mental illnesses, epilepsy, or tuberculosis. Among the many buildings, it was supposed to have a hospital and training facility. The plan came in the late 40s, as the state was confronting massive problems in its mental health system. Governor Bill Tuck was fired up about it, and so was E.W. Opie, a famously cantankerous war veteran who headed up the state's mental health system. Residents in nearby Sandston were against the colony right from the start. In the early 50s, construction on the road and sewers began. A water tower was built.
1953. Even though this colony is in the middle of nowhere, people in the area just didn't want it.
Henrico State Delegate Joseph J. Williams helped lead the charge to stop the project. Eventually, 50 years ago, the colony became lost. Time is slowly reclaiming it, but much of it remains to testify in rugged, earthy, rusty tones what it means to be unwanted.
Given the climate of the times in terms of race and mental illness, it's kind of surprising that anything was built here at all. But the one thing Lost City still tells us today is how much times have changed. In Lost City, Mark Holmberg, CBS 6 News.